Hey, what's up, guys? You're kicking with Rob and Tara. And today we're talking preparation, emergency preparation.
Yes.
Because we were supposed to get that bad snowstorm, and it got us thinking.
Well, a lot of people's power was going out south of us due to the ice that followed that snowstorm, so we weren't really sure what to expect. And you require a few devices that require electricity.
One, obviously my wheelchair, but I do have a manual. But I got a bed,
You got to charge your feeding pump and water pump,
cough assist,
the nebulizer that you use at least 5 to 6 times a day,
the vest, suction.
and most of those are chargeable, but they all require power at some point, other than the nebulizer that requires power when you use it. And I mean, then there's the household stuff, right? You always want. We're always worried about the power goes out, the refrigerator, the deep freezer, that kind of things. Though, if it's cold, staying warm.
And
If it's hot,
yep.
staying cool, and especially with you because of the AD, and then you experience a lot of the temperature regulations. So overheating is real in the summertime, and then in the wintertime, I think I'd be more worried about the pipes freezing in the hole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it has us thinking, like, what out there is available? What do you guys use?
What kind of devices do you use specifically for that kind of generator or power supply bank or whatever it may be? Just kind of looking at other people's, what they have used, maybe what you guys can recommend, how many wattages, a lot of stuff uses is kind of different and a little confusing when it comes down to selecting a backup power source.
I grew up in the country, and you grew up with all that other type of stuff too. Generators, they're great. I think they're a great backup. But battery, they've
storage devices, yeah,
have came a long way.
Especially with the solar.
Anchor sponsor us. No, I mean the stackables.
Yeah, that are powering whole homes in an alternative power supply source. So I think it's awesome. There's a lot of options out there. And how do we know which one's right for us, or how do we pick, or how do we know which one we can afford, and how do we know it will work?
I say generator as backup, but I like solar. I like battery. I think they came a long way. I mean, they have a long way to go, but
yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth looking into and being open-minded about, especially when a lot of people in RVs are using them.
I mean, I bought that new anchor pad or battery pack, and that thing can charge a computer twice.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, you can do a lot with just a little bit of space.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of gratitude, right, to be had in the fact that we're not on more life-sustaining devices, right, oxygen, other things. And those of you that are, like, what do you do? What kind of backups do you have for your home or your medical devices or the DMEs? Did the insurance cover any of that? Did waiver, like, how did you get yours? What kind of programs might even be out there to help people cover any of that stuff? Because, like, I wasn't really able to find much when talking with the service coordinator or in my research.
And I think it's like renting versus owning.
Mm-hmm.
If you own a house, you can set it up
and do a little bit more, because then you're getting reimbursements and tax rebates.
Yeah. Versus renting.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say, hey, can I tap into the power and do all this other stuff? Not that our landlord would probably say no.
But at the same point, why do you want to upgrade somebody's home, somebody else's home that isn't your own?
So, I mean, we've been looking at houses, so, and that has us thinking of different heating systems.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Just to be able to have that backup in the case of an emergency in the middle of winter, like to be able to have that wood stove or pellet, or we have gas right now, which is a little bit more expensive throughout the winter, but like to be able to offset in the case of an emergency, or if we wanted to, supplement some of the heating cost with an alternative.
I mean, we use electric heaters to help out.
Mm-hmm. Especially because some of the power supplies or whatever programs you can get for it's a little confusing for me, but the suppliers sometimes have a better rate, so yeah, that helps.
Until you forget to cancel the plan.
Well, no, I think ours is coming up this month actually, and it goes back to a different rate, yes, but we just go ahead and select another plan of theirs, I believe, and that's not too bad because the rates don't vary too much right now.
So it makes me wonder how many quads or paras or other wheelchair disabled people actually already have that backup unit tied into the house, and what is it, what they use. I think that was like the point of this whole video.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it has this really, I mean, think about it. Like, if the power went out for a couple of days, one, I would definitely need nebulizers.
Right, but in the middle of winter, it's different than the middle of summer. Like in the middle of winter here, like we would need a few hours notice just to be able to get through the snowy roads. I mean, we're talking about a foot to 18 inches, and not all the roads were clear right away. So we would have definitely had a track if we would have had to get you somewhere else other than here. In the middle of summer, if the power goes out and we're worried about overheating, it's not that big of a deal to go get a hotel room like we did the last time that happened. I mean, it just worked out well.
Yeah.
It was less stressful too. In the midst of that.
So I like to hear from people out there to know exactly what they use, or even if you even ever thought about it.
Yeah, because I know we're some creative people, so I'm curious as to what people have come up with for a solution to this.
I know our buddy Angry Quad, they have theirs set up.
A generator.
For emergencies, I think he said, right?
He has something, yeah. He said he did.
But as far as us, if we would have lost power, it would have been pretty bad for us. I mean,
I think we would have got through it.
Yeah, your bed would have swallowed me.
I mean, worst case scenario, we contact the landlord and tell him that that the heat went out and we're worried about the pipes freezing. And then beyond that, maybe for heat, there's alternative like the stove and other things. As far as if we needed power, we would have to call for emergency help at some point if the power didn't come back on, just to get you to somewhere where you could have the medical necessities that you need with electricity.
I don't think I've ever really worried about it since I've been paralyzed, and the powers went out a couple times, but maybe it sounded like we were going to get hammered.
Yeah. And I mean, you do have like that portable nebulizer that we bought off TikTok Shop or something, but that doesn't really work as well.
Yeah, you really need to put like 20 breathing treatments in it.
To fill it up to really cover
get
that.
It to work.
Yeah. But it does work well when it works.
But is that all we got for the people today?
I believe so.
We do have another video coming out about pain management, and there was something else. There was.
I'm not sure. I know dealing with chronic pain and then the emergency stuff. That's all I really know.
But I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Catch you in the next one.